Every day, more than 150,000 vehicles are squeezed through just 1.5 miles of highway in the heart of Columbus, Ohio. One crash can trigger delays that spread across the entire city. And when this stretch slows down, the impact reaches far beyond Columbus itself. This narrow overlap, where two major interstates collide, quietly controls the movement of people, freight, and money across the Midwest. It was never designed for this level of pressure, and now it is failing.
Of the Downtown Ramp-Up Project.
Downtown Ramp-Up.
The Downtown Ramp-Up Project is...
The Downtown Ramp-Up Project.
I've talked everyone's ears off about downtown.
The Downtown Ramp-Up Project.
The I-71 southbound flyover ramp.
What happens when a city outgrows the highways holding it together? In Columbus, the answer is a $1.4 billion rebuild, tearing apart the busiest corridor in the city, while traffic keeps moving right through it. Nowhere is that more visible than in Columbus. Here, more than 55 million vehicles every year are pushed through an outdated downtown corridor where Interstate 70 and Interstate 71 squeeze together across just 1.5 miles of highway. Short merge lanes, tight lane changes, and poor visibility all trace back to a mid-century design pushed far beyond what it was ever meant to handle. The result is one of the most congested and crash-prone freeway sections in the Midwest. The solution would not be a small fix or a simple upgrade. It would require a complete teardown and rebuild. What followed became the largest infrastructure project in Columbus history, a $1.4 billion multi-phase effort stretching across decades to rebuild the transportation spine of Ohio's fastest-growing city. Columbus today is not the city many people imagine. With a population nearing 900,000, it has grown into Ohio's largest urban center and a rising technology and logistics hub in the Midwest. Growth has spread through downtown and surrounding neighborhoods, bringing new jobs, housing, and major event venues. But the highways carrying this growth were designed in the 1960s, when Columbus was far smaller and traffic demands were far simpler. Interstate 70 runs east to west. Interstate 71 runs north to south. Both cut directly through the city's core and funnel into a layout that was never built to handle modern traffic volumes. In reality, the system was already outdated not long after it opened. Today, about 150,000 vehicles move through the I-70 and I-71 overlap every single day. More than 17,000 of them are freight trucks, making this stretch a critical link in the national supply chain. The original design forces drivers passing through the city and drivers heading downtown into the same narrow space. Vehicles must quickly weave across lanes to reach closely spaced exits, while surface streets feed traffic directly into fast-moving highway lanes with limited visibility. As traffic increased, crashes became more frequent, speeds dropped, and congestion turned into a daily reality. Eventually, the Ohio Department of Transportation accepted a hard truth. Small fixes would never solve a problem built into the design itself. Rebuilding, however, came with its own challenge. The highway trench is boxed in by buildings, railroad lines, and the Scioto River. Closing the corridor was never an option. Everything would have to be rebuilt while traffic kept moving, a constraint that shaped both the project's cost and its decades-long timeline. At the center of the redesign is a simple idea: separate traffic based on where drivers are going. Vehicles passing straight through Columbus are given their own uninterrupted lanes. The project adds a lane in each direction so that Interstate 70 and Interstate 71 each have two continuous through lanes that bypass downtown exits entirely. Local traffic heading into the city is shifted onto collector-distributor roads, side roads that run alongside the main highway and handle all entering and exiting vehicles. These roads connect to surface streets through new ramp systems focused around Fulton and Mound Streets. By separating through traffic from merging traffic, dangerous lane changes drop sharply. Older surface street ramps that once dumped cars directly into high-speed traffic are removed. Bridges across the corridor are widened and rebuilt to modern safety standards, with better lighting and sidewalks. Neighborhoods once split by concrete barriers are physically reconnected. This is not just a traffic project. It is also an urban repair effort layered on top of a highway rebuild. Below ground, nearly everything is being replaced. Pavement is rebuilt from the base up. Drainage systems are modernized. New traffic control technology is installed to manage flows in real time across the corridor. Rebuilding a billion-dollar highway through an active downtown could never happen all at once. Instead, the work was divided into phases spread across many years. Early milestones included rebuilding the I-670 and I-71 interchange and constructing the Spring Street Cap, which restored street connections across the highway trench. Later phases added new ramp systems, including a dedicated two-lane connection from Fulton Street to I-70 eastbound, removing major merge points from the main freeway. By late 2025, roughly $400 to $500 million of work will be complete. Still less than half of the full transformation now underway. Today, the most intense construction focuses on the I-70 eastbound corridor. New directional ramps are rising, including the direct connection between I-70 eastbound and Fulton Street. The Front Street Bridge is being fully replaced, while major downtown bridges at 3rd and 4th Streets are rebuilt at the same time. Each structure is reconstructed in carefully staged halves, allowing traffic to remain open even as demolition and construction happen just feet away. The work follows a strict sequence. One bridge must be finished before surrounding sections can begin. Each phase requires new designs, permits, and utility coordination. Because of this complexity, construction across both ends of the downtown overlap is now expected to continue into the late 2030s. The total cost of the project stands at $1.4 billion. Only a small share comes from the city of Columbus. Most funding is provided by the state of Ohio and the Federal Highway Administration. Projects of this size cannot be funded in a single construction season. Money arrives in stages, stretching work across many years. But this investment matters far beyond Columbus. The I-70 and I-71 overlap is part of the national highway system, carrying freight that connects the Midwest to the East Coast. Delays here ripple outward into national supply chains. Federal involvement reflects the reality that this corridor is not just a local bottleneck, it is a national one. Two engineering solutions support the entire rebuild. The first is the use of extensive retaining walls, which allow the highway to be widened without tearing down nearby buildings or taking new land. This protects surrounding neighborhoods while still creating space for added lanes. The second is the collector-distributor road system itself. These side roads absorb all merging and exiting traffic, keeping high-speed lanes stable and predictable. Truck speeds become more consistent. Visibility improves. Future maintenance can happen without shutting down the interstate again. This layered design is what makes the rebuild safer and sustainable over the long term. For more than a decade, Columbus drivers have lived with construction zones, detours, shifting lanes, and daily delays. The frustration is real, but these disruptions represent the cost of transformation. As early sections open, smoother traffic flow, longer merge distances, and safer designs are already becoming visible. What is emerging is not simply a repaired freeway, but a transportation system built for the size and speed of the city Columbus is becoming. The $1.4 billion reconstruction of Columbus's downtown interstates is a modern story of civic engineering, shaped by the limits of the past and the demands of growth. It shows what happens when a city recognizes that aging infrastructure is quietly holding its future back and chooses to rebuild instead of retreat. Completion is still years away, but change is already underway, securing Columbus's role as a major hub in the American economy. Because when cities build infrastructure that matches their ambition, they build futures strong enough to carry what comes next. Thanks for watching USA Mega Projects. We'll see you in the next one.